Man like Malcolm.
What's popping, man? You're Marcus,
I've
man.
got you finally in the studio here
on.
for our Gratitude Plus podcast.
Nice one.
And I've been following you for quite a while, as well as seeing you on the streets there busking away, singing your heart out.
Yeah.
And also on the stage in a few times in a few places. Mm-hmm. And I was hoping you'd kind of share a bit about your story with us.
Yeah.
And, about your life. You've got a twin brother, which
I've got
is...
to Michael.
Michael.
Yeah, man like Michael.
Man like Michael.
Man like Michael and man like Malcolm, you know.
And is he musical as well?
He's brilliant. He's a brilliant guitarist. He was actually the main guitarist. Well, actually, wait a second. I was a drummer. I mean, I was a bass player. He used to drum.
Wow.
Yeah, but what it was, we had a rehearsal once, and he was so good on the drums. He don't really know it yet. I don't think it will. He might know now because I've been mentioning it. So he was so good that they had to put little barriers around him, and all the women, like were about 16 and that, they're all like, Michael. I'm like, I gotta get him off the drums, bro. I ain't getting no love here. I be playing like some mad bass, like.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all my bass playing, but they wasn't interested. They were because he used to play with a weird style. He had like a French hat on, so it'd be like. Psst.
His own kind of chops.
Yeah. So it was hard.
So how did it? You guys obviously grew up. Where was it? Stoke Newington.
Stoke
you were saying.
Yes.
What was it like?
In
your teenage years and
the young
years.
For the young years, we was identical twins. We was a bit weird because when we was together, my mum said that we always had something touching. Like if we're sitting down, I'll have my leg over him.
Yeah.
Or if he's somewhere, his arm would be on me. When we went to the loo, we'd both get up and walk to the loo.
So very close.
Back. Very
close, brother.
We shared a bedroom. Like he had his one bed there. I had my bed with his left and right. And yeah, it was really close. But I think it was about 5 or 6 when we started stuttering really badly. Bad stutter.
Yeah.
Serious stutter. So we couldn't really talk. And it was about a year after that I went into my mum's room and I saw a tape recorder, like one of them old tape recorders, you know, like I think it's a Philips or Sony. I'm not really
the old
sure.
press button
The little press button.
Yeah.
And I put the headphones on and I was hearing this music and then my mum walked in, she saw me crying and I was like, she goes, well, what's the matter, Malcolm? What are you doing, first of all? What are you doing in this room? You know what I mean? But I was crying and she just asked me and I goes, Mum, I want to do this. And she put it on. I wish the music was like Bob Marley or, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean, Funkadelic or something, but it was the Bee Gees.
Oh, Bee Gees are good.
The Bee Gees went and hooked me up. Nobody gets too much love and devote. You know what I mean? Them kind of music, the melodies.
Yeah, beautiful melodies.
When I was young, because I was young, so I don't even know when, but that was when...
Did that strike the fire?
That striked it.
Yeah. And, And I suppose, when did you pick up a guitar then? Where you were playing from quite young, right?
Yeah, so I told my dad, and my dad about quite soon after I showed interest in that music is what we want to do, that I want to do.
Yeah.
We got guitars, and the funny thing about guitars, you don't stutter when you sing. So we would take it to school and things like that. And as we got older, all the guys never liked it because the girls used to say, yeah, man, we say, oh, Lorraine, how I love you, you drive me insane, and things like that, or whatever it was at that time. And the guys would be throwing pennies and all that kind of thing. But you couldn't talk. Like, the problem was, in the normal conversation, my name was Malcolm.
Yeah.
Is Malcolm, which is still an issue now, as you can hear. So it used to be, somebody would ask a mate, what is his name? And they would go, his name is Malcolm. And I go, that ain't my name. That ain't my name, bro. And the girl would say, well, what is your name? And I go, Malcolm. And he'll go, I told you, it's Malcolm. So it was like very devastating.
That's really,
it was really hard, man.
Hard on a youngster.
Hard on a young man. And the man looked good as well.
Yeah.
Good looking boys.
Yeah, you
Me and my
are.
twin.
Yeah, both of you. I've
Yeah.
seen photos.
When us was like young and that, we looked so good, but he just couldn't talk.
Did he find a way to cope with his?
Yo, this is the problem. This is what happened. So basically, years later, so about 16, I was going to the shop and I saw my twin,
Yeah.
and he had a bottle of Thunderbird.
Oh,
I don't know whether you remember them.
I've had many a night drinking that
Yeah, bro.
as a teen.
Come on.
It's cheap.
It was
Cheap and
but,
powerful.
Yeah, but we didn't even know about that because we didn't drink.
yeah.
We used to do martial arts training.
Wow.
It was black belts in jiu-jitsu. We started young.
Wow.
Yeah, doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was kind of shocked and
So he was drinking this
drinking this
Thunderbird. You hadn't seen him drink before.
not drinking like that. Like just drinking, like a bottle.
Yeah.
They're not big bottles,
They're
but
not.
He was drinking. I goes, Michael, what's all this, bro? And he goes, Malcolm, man, I broke up with my girl. You know what I mean? So, okay, so he was having a drink. But then what happened next was crazy. Was one of our friends passed by, and he stopped. Michael was speaking with him, and he spoke with him for half an hour without stuttering once.
Wow.
And I goes, Michael, and when the guy left, I said, Michael, do you know that you just spoke with this dude half an hour straight and you didn't start once? And me and both of us looked at that bottle like this.
Like it's a medicine almost.
Yo, I went and bought
Antidote.
one. That was it. The world had opened up. It opened.
Wow.
The world opened. It was crazy to be able to speak. The fear was gone.
Yeah. So it just dropped your inhibitions enough that you felt comfortable to just.
We felt like Supermen now. Now we became like Supermen.
Yeah.
It was
and
crazy.
this is young, right?
Young. Well, this was like about 16, 17.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then everything happened. You know what I mean? Like, the music started to resonate. We could talk to people. We got investment. We created a company, a music company.
Oh wow.
And a production company.
This is in London, is it?
In London, yeah.
And you're young to
It was
set this up.
crazy. It was kind of crazy because we started to play it with artists in it's really it's quite sad because the guy that ran it had no use of his arm,
Yeah.
and we asked him what happened, and his band just got a record deal like 2 years previously, him with his drummer, bass and everything else.
Yeah.
And that night they went out celebrating, and the van crashed, and everybody died apart from him. Everybody died. And,
That's awful.
and when you see the pictures of this van wrapped around a tree, but what happened was he was 2 years in hospital, but he had some cash, and then he built a studio, and we was recording at his place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Wow.
yeah, and then we met up with some people. That's how we first really started to see drugs in that. Because
Was that through the kind of the bands that used to come in?
Yes, through the bands, and then we was introduced to some people, and they would have like little mirrors passing it around, and they'd be sniffing and getting, you know what I mean, like cocaine and that. And we never took down at that time, but it was like, you know what I mean, it was about.
Was it going around? Yeah. And I see you got your guitar with you today as well.
Man.
Does that guitar go everywhere with you? Oh, wow, I love that.
Yeah.
So when
music.
did it become a problem then, the drinking and the partying? Because it sounds like things were going good.
Things were going good.
Enjoying using the studio, recording stuff.
It just became a problem because we depended on it too much, and then without knowing it, because it was like we had credit with every shop, so we could go to any shop and then say, "Yeah, well, what do you guys want, man?" And we'll pay them at the end of each month. So it just became a problem, and I remember speaking with my twins saying, "Look, because we just done a gig and there was a special guest that came. They said, look, the only people playing will be image makers, which we was called. And the other bands can't play this evening because we got this special guest. Special guest was Stevie Wonder, and he walked in with a 7-foot something
Security
bodyguard.
Guy. Yeah.
And he's come in and sat right beside us.
The Stevie Wonder.
The Stevie Wonder.
You
bruv.
played.
We called him Uncle Wonder, bruv. So we went. So he was the judge for, funny enough, for a beauty contest.
Yeah.
When he can't see.
I was gonna say,
So it was a
you'd
bit
have to
kind of.
smell them all.
You get me,
Yeah, you
or
smell
like
good.
getting my cuddle or something. So we went backstage, and I
Yeah.
was like saying to the girls, "Look, man, you know what I mean? I said, Uncle Wonder, man, you know what I mean? We got you, bro.
Yeah.
Come here, baby. Come and give me a kiss. You get me?" But anyway, so, and he was like, we was asking him, what do you think about music and that? And he was like, look, man, you guys are good. Keep it going and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I was telling my twin that we're on the verge. We can really make this happen, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we got to stop this drink. And
What could you drink in a day easily back then?
boy, it was getting a bit crazy, man. So an easy bottle a day each
Of
of
spirit?
some spirits, yeah.
Wow.
So that was getting
That's
a bit
pretty
crazy.
hardcore, man.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
And I knew that everything's going to collapse,
Yeah.
which it did. You know what I mean? So
So what happened next? What's the next part of the
the
story?
next part of the story. You see, I've been alive for a long time still.
May I ask how old
Relatively-
you are, man?
I'm 58,
Wow.
59,
Nice.
Christmas Eve coming. So
Yeah.
next year, 60. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I've been, you know what I mean, doing this stuff for many years. So when the studio got broken into our studio, so we lost that. Then we made an attempt. We came back 2.5 years later. Because what it was, when we gave up the studio, I just stayed in my flat, and Michael stayed in his flat. So I had a big beard growing. I had, you know what I mean?
You just stayed at home playing music?
Yeah, just stayed at home with no purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then one day, the door knocked. I opened it up. It was my twin, dressed up in a nice suit, everything looking smooth and sharp.
Yeah.
And with a suit, he goes, Malcolm, we got to go back. We got to start again. He goes,
We're going to
"Nah,
get the
think
band
so.
back together.
We got to get the band back together, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and that's what we done. And things were going well. Everything was going good. But yet again, the drink, the alcohol caused a lot. More than anything else, we used to smoke some weed. We've tried ecstasy. We've tried, magic mushrooms.
All of it.
All them kind of things. But the common factor throughout the whole journey was drink. And that kind of messed up things. So I'm just gonna fast forward it. Then my dad died, left us some of my money, and like a fool, we got into cocaine at that time, and that became like a problem financially,
Oh, yeah. I can
a
imagine.
financial
can imagine.
issue. You know what I'm saying? And then went under the influence of drink and drugs. I've made a decision to go to Jamaica to bring back drugs.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Somebody goes, "Oh, yeah, man, it's cool. You could do it.
Yeah.
We'll hook you up with X amount of cash."
Yeah.
And I said, okay, man.
Free holiday, why not?
Free holiday.
When you're a young person, you think, good idea.
Good idea, man. Man like Malcolm go to Jamaica. Jamaica was so strange that when I went to Jamaica and landed in Montego Bay, was it Montego Bay? Yes, I think it was. Yes. And as I'm walking out, one Rasta man, you know what I mean? Enough with respects to eye them. But he walked past me, he's walking towards me. I'm thinking, what was it? What? And he shook my hands. And as he shook my hands, there was a big lump in his hands and he stood it.
Yeah.
And I had it and he's going, listen, give me what you feel. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And walked out. He goes, I'll be right by that tree out there, Star. Seeing? I'm thinking, what's he putting in my hands? I look, it's like a big lump of weed, you know.
Wow.
In the airport itself, man. I'm
Jesus.
thinking, what? Oh my God, I just landed.
Because he probably thought tourists, the first thing they could say, I want to smoke some Jamaican weed as soon as they got off the
I
plane.
don't know what
probably.
it was, but I looked like the man from Del Monte.
Yeah.
I was all dressed in beige with the hat,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? The man from the man that say yes, yeah. I've walked out, and it's like a marketplace out there, man. You've got like the bars there and thing, and you've got enough people. We're going, yo, so where you want to go, and you know this and that. And I said, listen, I'm good. I've got somebody coming there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, somebody came, and I told him about what happened. I said, look, bro, you see that dude over
Yeah.
there, man? He just give me this thing, yeah. And I go, what should I give him? Because don't worry about that, man. We have enough of that, man.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean? Just give it back. I goes, no, man. It looked like he needs something.
Yeah.
He goes, give him about $100.
Yeah.
So I went over there and gave him 100 US. When I come back, the man them that I was with said, what, 100? I said, Jamaican dollar you meant to give him in a bedroom, not US. The man was so upset because it's $66 to what? $66 to £1.
Oh my
So
God.
that was being £1 something.
Yeah.
But I gave him $100 to
I
US.
bet he was like,
and they was
"Ka-ching."
upset. He goes, yeah, Bridgman, love you, know. Yes, family.
Yeah.
Yes, king.
Yeah.
That's how the man was talking to me, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
so the man got vexed and that. And then,
So you met this guy. You met your. I can tell it's a story you regret.
yeah, because it went crazy because I'm going to have a quiet night, but I didn't. I ended up going to an outside party, and then the go-go girls. I don't know if you know about the go-go
No,
girls.
I've never heard of
Yeah.
them. What is that?
You know, it's like a kind of strip tease
That's
place.
disgusting.
I think exactly.
Oh.
But
one
yeah,
did you
I
go
jumped
to?
on the stage, and I was on the stage dancing with them and all them kind of thing there.
Jeez.
And then yeah, it all went. And yeah, man. So all my money was spent in one night. All my spending money was. So I had to make a phone call to get some more cash. But anyway, and on my way back. Let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
On the way back, man got caught. I got caught with half a key of coke, bro,
Where did you have in your case or clothing or?
in my case.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
have asked.
No, but
it might
that's
have been
okay.
somewhere you don't
Yeah.
want to talk about. But anyway, shit.
Yeah, so that was
half
hard.
a key. That's
Half
a lot,
key,
right?
Yeah. Well, relatively, a lot of people come up with 2 keys or 6
Wow.
keys or so.
So what happened? Where did you get caught? Gatwick,
I got.
Heathrow?
You call it Gatwick, I call it Catch Quick. Yeah,
Right,
man
yeah.
got caught at Catch Quick. You know, what I mean,
Yeah,
Catch Quick Airport in the Virgin,
Hmm.
and I remember phoning up my family and that. But the funny thing about it was because when I was outside, because I knew to myself that I could be doing so much more better.
Yeah.
But this alcohol, this drink thing was like
Twisting
really
your mind.
kind of put me in an awkward position because I'm not moving forward with what I can do. So I didn't even mind the prospect of going to prison because I thought, okay, if I go to prison, then I could actually study. I could do what I could do, and this and that. And previous, like my longest sentence about 8 was 8 days for maybe having a fight or drunken disorderly, and I got sentenced to 8 years, and it was
Wow.
crazy. Just to, and I asked the people in the court when I went downstairs where all the people are getting sentenced and that.
Yeah.
I said, what must I do out of 8 years? And they go, look, man, you're going to do 5 years, 4 months. And I was like, what? Man lives there then, yeah?
Yeah.
And for some reason, I just jumped up and put my foot on the bench and started doing press-ups. They go, what you doing? I go, man, living in this place, but I better get myself fit. So I started doing press-ups straight away. They just started laughing, man.
Yeah.
They goes, Malcolm, there's something wrong with you, you know, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that was crazy, but so I went into jail.
And do they have like programs in jail? I mean, because you were an alcoholic at the time, right?
Yeah.
So that must be difficult if you're withdrawing it. You know.
Yeah, so they got the withdrawal thing, but I never really withdraw. My withdrawing thing was quite light. I never really went through none of that.
Just went cold turkey.
I just went cold turkey and made every day count. There was a thing by my bed that said, don't count days, make days count.
Mm.
And I kind of like that. So I was always, I was saying, okay, now let me see if I am who I think I am. You got a lot of violent people there. You got a lot of all different kind of people.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, how am I going to make more money? So I saw people drawing, getting their tobacco and getting food and that. So I started to learn to draw. I just got a bit of paper, newspaper, ripped out a picture with the newspaper, stuck it on the wall with toothpaste, which they give you, and just started practicing.
So you had a creativity streak in you.
Yeah.
And what about the guitar? You allowed this?
I managed to get a guitar.
Wow.
So I was practicing every day, like hours, like because what it was, I used to practice on things like. So I used to think, okay, we're taking years away from me, so I'm gonna get it on the back end. So whatever, so I'm just gonna practice. So I I wanted to be able to play for a long time.
Yeah.
So I done like exercise, like I would do this and go back up. Then I would go. Then go do the next one, down and up.
Yeah.
And then
So really getting you.
so I've done all those kind of things, and yeah.
Did you write any songs when you were in the Nick?
When I was in
Did you
the
play us a
Nick,
little thing,
I'll
song?
play you a song that I wrote, and it was funny because I was sleeping, I woke up, and I picked the guitar up, and the song came out as it is now, and
What's it called?
it's called When the Sun Goes Down.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Let's have a listen.
Na 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 na, da 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 da. Do 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 do, na 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 na. When the sun goes down and no one's around, and you're left on your own. It's like time stood still and you feel quite ill, 'cause there's no one to hold. You think nobody loves you. You think nobody cares. And if nobody loves you, you wonder why you are here. You better stop, look around. Guess who's turned up in your town? Yes, it's me. Remember me. The perfect time, perfect place to put a smile on your face. Yes, it's me, and it's you I came to see. Oh, darling, somebody loves you. Somebody cares. I'm that someone who loves you, and I promise to always be there. You better stop, look around. Anyway, something like that.
That is a
cut it
beautiful,
short.
beautiful song.
Yeah,
You can
man.
really feel the angst of being locked up, and
Yeah.
wanting to come home, wanting to come back to your mom or to your girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, in that stretch of time, and you picked up your drawing,
Yeah.
you wrote some songs, you mastered the guitar.
Yeah. Everything was good. Because if I could take this outside, I can't fail.
Yeah.
If I could take everything that I've learned, I can't fail. I came out, bosh, couldn't believe it. All my recordings, I've done about 20 tapes,
Yeah.
like cassette tapes of recording. I came out, I got drunk, lost all my tapes, lost everything, lost my drawings,
No.
lost my certificates. It's like, I couldn't believe it.
So,
'Cause
did you go on a bender as soon
went
as
on
you
a
came
bend-
out?
I went
You were
on a
just like, I'm going to
bender.
make up for this 8 years.
Crazy.
Give me a drink.
Yeah.
What happened? Where did you go?
I got what happened?
When you come out, how did it start?
what I came out, I went back. I was
Best
in
intentions, probably.
best intentions. I had all my certificates that I'd
Yeah.
done. I done like, all kinds
Lots
of
of achievements.
certificates. Yeah,
Yeah.
loads of stuff.
Artwork.
Artworks.
Music,
I
probably.
got first prize for the Kessler out of all the prisons in Britain.
Wow.
I done a painting that got first
Wow.
prize. I was doing like
Going to show some of these at the end of the
I will,
podcast. some of
yeah,
your stuff.
man. There's some
Yeah.
really good stuff. And eventually I got like 4 books out with my drawings in, poetry in, my writings. I've done a lot of writing. I've written plays and things like that. I've done so in prison became like freedom, and being on the street was like jail. It was crazy, man. I couldn't believe I messed up again. So I came out and I got recalled because I was not meant to get in trouble.
But tell me the story how you lost your things.
How I was
Because I'm on
okay.
a coat
What it
hanger,
was,
cliffhanger.
I
rather.
came out
Yeah.
and I was in Croydon. I went into Croydon. I saw some of the guys that I knew, and they got like champagne, well, some kind of fizzy
Yeah.
thing, you know what I mean? And they had Valiums and that. I
Oh,
don't
shit.
take that. I've never tried it
Yeah.
with alcohol. So they go, yeah, man, we got yellow ones, man, we got blue ones. I thought, they go, no, it's all right, Malcolm. It's only Valium. Me like a plum, taking some
alcohol.
Valium, the alcohol, blacked out, bro. So I don't know. I just woke up, phone gone, boss. You know what I mean? I don't know what was. I just woke up on the outside. My bag got. Oh my god! All my certificates. Oh man! All my drawings.
Did you have a guitar?
My guitar was gone as well.
So you had
Everything.
nothing.
Nothing. It was just gone, and I was like, man, I was like kind of crushed. I phoned my twin up. I said, Michael, man, I ain't gonna believe it. And this was like the second day or something like that out.
That's awful.
It was shocking, man. It was shocking.
I can feel
It
your
was
pain,
shocking.
man. That must have been.
Someone, and then I went. I got recalled back to jail
Because of
because I didn't turn up at probation.
for probation.
And I think I actually got nicked while I was in a blackout state. So this thing was really serious. So I had to do. They recalled me for the whole thing. So I done half 4 years.
Oh no!
I've got recalled like about a week later, something like that.
Yeah.
And I had to do like 2.5 years or something. So that was
You must have
crazy,
been devastated.
man. And then I just went straight back to work again. I mean,
Just
achieving, focusing on everything. And then I came out and I got involved with a production company, and they was recording me, and the music was sounding so beautiful. But I stepped again with the drinking.
So
and
were you trying not to drink, or were you in?
I was
fellowship?
trying to hold on to what I had.
Yeah.
I tried, and on the train going back after I dropped a couple of tapes off with the producer, I had a bag with about 20 tapes, and I come off the train. No, I was sleeping. I opened my eyes and I was right at the station where I wanted to come off.
Yeah.
So I ran off the thing, and as the door closed, I saw my bag was on the chair
Yeah.
with all my tapes and straight thrown away. I was going, not again. I was devastated by my Marcus.
No.
Devastated. So basically, at the end of the day, yeah, the drinking thing and everything was.
So it just kept
I couldn't
screwing
shake it off.
every opportunity
Every
that came your
opportunity.
way.
I had so many
The devil drink
opportunities.
would have its own way.
Demon drink, fam.
Demon drink, and then you're becoming more and more unmanageable, right?
More and more unmanageable, powerless to it. But I didn't know about it. I didn't know about that powerlessness.
Yeah.
But then I got into trouble again, and basically I said, look, Malcolm, have you ever thought about going to rehab? I goes, rehab? I goes, what's all that about? You know, and they said that you go to rehab, and if you go to rehab, we might be able to swerve you out of jail. Like, you don't have to go to jail or something like that. You know what I mean? And I've said, swerve out of jail? Because I got recalled again for yet another thing, fighting now. I got involved in a fight, and I went back to jail. Once they got a grip on you, you know, they love you back in jail. You know what I mean? And So I was in jail for 10 weeks, and then I got a phone. Then I got a message saying that you got a place in rehab. So my girlfriend came to pick me up, and as we're going to the rehab, this is my mentality. I said, listen, babe, after 2 weeks, I've been told that I'll be able to come home. So what I'm going to do, because what it is, if you get caught drinking or taking drugs and get a positive, you're out. You're out.
Because there's a queue to get in, right?
Right. And if I'm ever kicked out of rehab, I'm going to go straight back to jail.
Oh, wow.
And I will be doing
So
like a 4 year. The stakes are 4 years. I'll be going back for a straight 4.
Yeah.
So I've gone like this. But look at my addiction. I've gone to listen, babe, 2 weeks, yeah? And I could come home on the Friday. On the Friday, I'm going to drink, okay? On the Saturday, I'm going to drink. On the Sunday, I'm not going to drink. I'm going to just ease up a little bit. And then by Monday, and negative.
Yeah.
It'll be negative. She went, all right, Malcolm. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying to her. Like, I'm already planning to drink. You know what I mean? I'm already planning it. Yeah. I just got lucky. I've come out in 10 weeks instead of like 4 years and that, yeah? So, bosh, yeah? So, gone into the rehab, and then they started talking about the 12 steps. And then, 12 steps, I've never heard of it, yeah? And then goes, yeah, step 1, you're powerless. You know what I mean? You're unmanageable. And then they started to talk about these things like one drink. Was it one drink is not enough, and 2 drinks, something.
Yeah.
Anyway, they got a saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
But it's like basically once you have one drink, it opens up. First, it opens up. Like you got no control. You just now you're powerless to.
Yeah.
You keep on.
Yeah.
You just carry on, and it sounded like me.
Did you think, wow, that sounds a bit similar to my behaviour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could relate. And then when my girlfriend came round about a week later for us to go just for a cup of tea, I just said, listen, babe, you remember what I said when he was walking here, or when we came here? I said, look, I'm not going to drink. She was like, she watched me and goes, Malcolm, it's the first time ever I believe you. She couldn't believe what I said. Because I've never said that before. I said, you know what I said about things? No. I'm not going to bother. She was shocked. Because I would walk through snow to get alcohol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So something had changed inside you?
Something had changed.
What do you think it was?
I just understood now that I was powerless over, so I'll have to have abstinence. Like I can't drink like something normal.
Yeah, can't have a tickle.
I mean? I can't have a tickle.
It's all
when I used to see people at dinner, I'd have dinner with somebody and they'd have a glass of wine, and halfway through the glass, they'll leave it. And then go there. This guy goes, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You got half a glass there, babe.
Yeah.
She goes, no. I said, I goes, all right, babe. And then she's whatever.
Yeah.
So, so, and then after that, so I got 3 months clean at that time. And then I was walking around in Brighton and I could see people drinking. I could see like that amber nectar. I could see like the glasses and that, and it's all got the bubbles coming down. All
looks attractive.
It looked like
a beautiful
liquid gold, man.
Yeah.
Better than a beautiful woman, man.
Yeah.
It was like, woo! And I was like, oh, man, I want to drink, man. Oh, man, I was really craving. And I didn't know what to do. Like, I was thinking, how am I? So I was ready to have a drink and take the consequences of 4 years in jail. Could you imagine?
Wow.
Over having that one drink,
so
just
what
to leave. I phoned a friend up and I asked him, listen, I'm in trouble, man. I was, look.
You can feel yourself slipping.
I could feel myself like in a
close,
hole.
Close to, yeah.
Yeah. He goes, well, Malcolm, you're going to pray, bro. You're going to pray. And I said, what do you mean I'm going to pray? You mean, I go, look, I know that I'm of the Nubian.
Yeah.
And black people more than likely was brought up in a Christian background and so forth. But as a grown man, I'm thinking to myself, praying So I want to pray to somebody in the sky that's going to stop me from drinking. That is what you're telling me. That's the information you are relaying to me. I goes, you need a drink, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was saying, are you serious, brother?
Yeah.
He goes, Malcolm,
How's that going to help me?
how's that
You're
going to help
thinking,
me?
Yeah.
He goes, Malcolm, you're going to pray. I goes, what must I pray? And he goes, no, just pray, oh, Father, please take away my obsessional thinking with alcohol for 2 days. Please take away my thoughts of craving. Please walk with me and
Hold my
so
hand.
forth.
Keep me safe. Yeah.
Keep me safe. Them
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
things there.
yeah.
So the next morning, I woke up, and it was so on me that I wanted to drink so badly and thing. I said, boy, let me just pray, man. So, but you have to remember, before that moment, every day, all I'm doing is thinking about drinking. It's about to happen at any moment. I could feel.
Didn't need an excuse. You could just go.
I could just go. But the thing that was stopping me was that the 4 years in jail, because if I got kicked out of the rehab, it's done.
Right.
So what I done, I woke up in the morning, I went on my knees and I prayed. Gosh, went about my day, forgot about what happened. And then when I went home to go to bed, I was about to go to bed and went, wait a minute, I didn't think about drink today.
Wow.
I goes, no, wait, no, it can't be the prayer. No, it's a coincidence. It cannot be it cannot be the prayer.
Wow.
I goes, no way. Rude boy. The next day I done it, didn't think about it. Because I've just go about my business, and then when I go home, that's when I realised I didn't think about
You're
it.
like, hang on a minute. Yeah.
Yo,
Got home sober
I started
again.
doing that, bruv, and it lasted me for 3.5 years, bruv.
3.5 years
3.5
of sobriety.
years, no sobriety, and everything tumbled in the right. I mean,
You were
everything
doing
changed.
gigs, you're doing
gigs. I
shows.
got with a record label.
Yeah.
I had a band. I think that you saw me.
Tell us about the record label,
few
because that's
times.
quite interesting.
Yeah,
Without saying the name of the person.
Yeah, so basically, I went to. I was doing. I had a band, and
Because someone saw you play a gig and offered you.
I went and done an open mic.
Yeah.
And as I was playing, I was doing a couple of songs, and then afterwards, I've gone outside, and this young man has come to me and said, "Listen, I'm just about to start a record label."
Quite a
And
known guy as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's he looked like a he looked well.
Yeah.
He looked good, and he said, "Look, man, I love your stuff, man. Let me record you down. I would get we would do a video, all this and that." I said, "Yeah, man." So at the ripe age of 52, I had my first single out there, basically with video and all them kind of things there. Then I was doing gigs all over. I went to Bristol.
Wow.
London.
So things were really starting to take
really
off.
taking
And I've seen the
off.
video as well. We're going to put some links to it on the end of the show.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I mean, my brother was like, because he was still had a bit of a drink thing.
Did he have the same kind of route you did as well? Did he have a bumpy ride?
Yeah,
with
the
the
bumpy ride. But because I was now doing the 12 steps,
Yeah.
and I was living my life by, tell you the truth, was the St. Francis prayer. Because everything was upside down to my thinking.
I love that prayer.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful one, isn't
that
it?
was my blueprint.
Yeah.
So I spoke to my twin. I speak with my mum. We used to pray every morning. So me and my mum got really close, man. Like, So I was back I was on the right path. And I'd rather walk in with the light than be walking in the dark with drinking and drugs and all that kind of thing. But I've experienced it, and I could put it in my music, and I could play genuine.
When you're
music.
playing, it's authentic. I can hear feel the emotions when you're playing it.
Yeah.
Where some people pick up the guitar and can play some notes, you're channeling.
Yes,
You're feeling.
I think it's
You've
all
lived
through the Father. I am.
Yeah.
Because the higher power, people find it difficult to. People in. Doing the 12 steps, they find it difficult to relate to higher power and.
Is that when they first come in?
Yeah, because it's very difficult for this program to work if you ever got something to put your will into. So you see my stuttering and all this and that. This is all I done. I used to pray. Like I was asked to do chairs for the AA convention, so there was about 1,000 people there. So I'm going to go on stage and talk to 1,000 people, and I could only do that by praying. Before I go on stage, I'll pray. I say, Father, You know what I mean? I have to put my will over to you because I can't do this. I'm incapable. You know what I mean? So I'm going to let you run this. But if I could touch one person's heart, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he used to always answer my prayers. So
Wow.
I'll be cheeky. I'll say, Father, I know that you're going to make me shine up there, man. I used to laugh because I used to play music as well every time on stage. Yeah.
But that's to me, from listening to that, that sounds like you've got a lot of faith in that it was going to help you, right?
Yes.
And faith is the antidote to fear. And if I'm right, I don't know much about
think you're
stuttering
right.
or speech impediments, but I understand it comes from a type of anxiety or fear.
Yes.
Is that right? I've had a few friends who have a stutter. In fact, bless her, my mum, before she passed away, she had a stutter. Unless she was angry, she could tell me off perfect. Or if she was singing Tina Turner, she'd be pitch perfect. But as soon as she started talking, she would get her stutter. But so that's good that you got that faith. Carry on. So you managed to get up there, do this talk at a big convention.
Talk at a big convention, all my shows, all my gigs. Like, it was a wonderful time. But I always thought also that I play better drunk.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. But it isn't true. No. It's a lie. The alcohol lies to you, and drugs will lie. You know what I mean?
When you even mastered how to play a song while they're holding a can of lager, right?
Yes.
One-handed.
Yeah, when I was drinking, it was great.
Day.
Back in the day, I used to love to drink, but I used to love to play. I was going, man, how can I do both of them at one time? You know what I mean? People go, Malcolm, you're crazy, you know. Why do you want to just do one and the other? I go, no, I just don't like stopping when playing when I'm, you know what I mean? So then I was thinking about it, and I came up with a One-Arm Bandit song where I could play with one hand.
Oh, go on, show us.
And I could drink. Yeah. So basically, it was like this. I got this rhythm. I be the one-arm bandit, you can't stand it. I play the guitar with one hand, that's standard. Anyone ever with me, you know we get peas. If you want your money clean, I do that with ease. 1-8, 0, treble, hero, dress code, cold black, black stretch, limo, black shades, white ways, I'm looking in the river. You're looking at a black prince, I'm looking at a winner. Gotta keep my beat fresh, man, like vanilla. Looking at my Facebook fans getting bigger. Raise your glasses, don't drink liquor, but I like my ladies with an hourglass figure. I be the one-arm bandit, you can't stand it. I'm better with one hand than your whole damn band is.
Oh, I love that.
You
the
know?
Lyrics as well, so good,
You know
so
what I'm
good.
saying? Yeah, so that was like,
yeah.
So it was all good, and then COVID came.
Oh,
just
COVID.
as I came up with the
Screwed
single.
a lot of people up, that did.
Yeah, I had the studio, everything I
so
dreamed of.
So you were just about to start taking off, career-wise.
Yeah, everything I dreamed of, even whilst I was in jail, I saw these container units come up in Brighton, and I was looking at it like, it's like in jail. I was, man, if I could get one of those little units, how I'll have my studio, have my drum kit, you know what I mean, my computers and my guitars. And when I came out of jail, man, I actually got one of them places there.
Is that by Preston Circus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had my studio in
Container
there.
City.
Yeah, man. I had it was exactly as I imagined it.
You actually got one that you were thinking of.
Exactly. Wow. What I got one that I was thinking of and everything else. I mean, every time I prayed, not one prayer I asked for was not answered, man. And even when I was there, one of my girlfriend asked me, man, what are you gonna do next? What are you gonna move? So I'm saying that I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move into one of those blocks there. So there was 2 flats, and I managed to get the penthouse in one of their blocks.
Wow!
Just by, oh my gosh, it was like crazy, man.
So things were going so good. You're praying. You're in recovery. You go to what meetings is it? Yeah. And then COVID comes.
COVID came. I was still in the metal containers. It was crazy, but what happened next, man? So COVID came. I broke up with my girlfriend, maybe because I knew that I was going to relapse. I stopped going meetings, stopped doing service. I was playing with the orchestra. I was recording with an orchestra. I had started a music workshop in the YMCA. I was also going into the prisons that I had actually served in to speak to people. They're saying that it's possible to go and change. I was in positions to talk to people.
Were you playing music when you were talking to them?
I was talking to them with music and talking with them. And when COVID came, all that changed. I stopped praying and all. And then one day, I was watching television just like this, and I said, I'm going to get a bottle of vodka. Just like that. Just like that. Because I'd stopped doing all the things that kept me.
Stop doing the praying every day.
I stopped doing the praying.
And
the
ego comes back, and then you think, actually, I'm okay. I don't need this program.
They actually say ego means edging God out. That's what people say,
Because I've heard that story a lot.
Yeah.
I've heard that story.
Yeah, and within 24 hours, I had been robbed. I've been in a fight. I've drunk out my head. Crazy. You know, it was...
That's awful. After 3.5 years of sobriety.
3.5 years of sobriety. And everything. And it was so bad that I was selling my stuff. People saw me walking down the street with a drum kit on my back, taking it to cash converters to go and sell it. Shit. Everything had gone. I was selling everything. And let me show you. You know, a strange thing. So basically, when I was not drinking and doing nothing on a illegal front, I was walking on the street, and the people that I used to drink with and you know, we used to do things with, they'll be walking straight past me, like they didn't even recognize me. And I found it so strange because I'm thinking, what, don't they recognize me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then as soon as I had that one drink and I was walking, he goes, Malcolm, where have you been, bro?
So you must have been like
the frequency, different frequency, bro. They goes, where have you been? I goes, I've been walking past you nearly every day. He goes, no, but I haven't seen you, Malcolm. And that's after the first drink. I went back to their frequency, bro. I could be seen. I was invisible.
Wow, you were on their level.
I was back on their level with the drink.
Jeez.
And that really kind of shocked me, and I carried that. And
but did that really bring it home to you, the different states of being sober and when you're drinking? Completely different mentality, and how you project yourself is completely different, right?
Yeah, and then basically, I'm still... So when I relapsed, the rehab, they said that they can have me back. You know what I mean? They put me in a hotel to get back. And while I was in the hotel, I got a text the next day saying that you've got a flat from the council. Oh, wow. So I was following where the thing, and it was in the same box that I've said I was going to get it in. And I said, boy...
God's smiling on you, giving you another chance.
Me. But the thing is, it was either rehab or catching this flat. And I went to the flat, I found the rehab. I said, nah. And that flat just became 2.5 years of beer using. And look at my kit pick.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
So that flat was a devil in disguise.
Yeah, man. Oh, my God. How I've survived, I do not know. So I was in there. So that's 2.5 years of just beer. Hell, I've got cuckoo, like where drug dealers would come around, take over my...
A big man like you got cuckooed.
Well,
I suppose if you're getting what you need,
so
you're like, you can use my place, man.
And then, you can use my place. I was like, but it went a bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
jeez.
Yeah, it really went out of hand. So I'm still... So basically what I've done is
and had you gone back to meetings at this point, or
no meetings? No, it was just 2.5 years. I went back into jail, my friend. I got back into jail, a little minor thing, so it was like just 12 days. And then whilst I was there, and because I've tried to, I was doing the right steps to get back into rehab. So I went to when they're releasing me, there were some guys from Portsmouth there, and they were saying something to me. The way that they talk is funny, but they were saying something. Yo, what's up, mush? I don't know what they was talking about. Some kind of lingo. And,
mush. Pompey people say mush.
Yeah. So what are you gonna be doing when you get out? What you're gonna be drinking and that? He goes, we're gonna get some rum, bruv. We're gonna get some cocaine and this and that. So what you're saying? You're gonna come mush. Are you coming with us, mushy?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, all right, boys. But the funny thing, the previous night, I phoned up my twin. I was, Michael, I'm being released tomorrow. He said, Malcolm, man, I wish. I goes, He was, I wish you was going straight to rehab, man. I've been praying for you to go to rehab.
Yeah.
I goes, Michael, I should be in rehab in about a month. I'm doing all what I can. And as I was there with these guys about to be released, an officer just looked in and he said, listen, we've got people waiting for you outside, Malcolm. We're taking you straight to rehab.
Yeah.
We've got a place. I was like, what? I was shocked.
Wow.
So they, you know what I mean? They had people waiting for me, and I was like, I had about £800. So I was like thinking,
rehab or go crazy one last time.
Rehab or go crazy one last time. I said, rehab, bro.
Good man.
100%. So I've been in rehab
What
now.
a story.
So it's about 100 days.
Oh, wow. So this is recent.
Yeah, this is recent. I've been in rehab 100 days. But what you have to remember is that when I'm underneath for drinking and doing all the bad things, yeah, I ain't got no phone. I ain't got no guitar. I might just about have one guitar, but even that will go. So now I've got a little studio in the rehab.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything is doing positively. Everything is back on track. Because when I went and relapsed for that 3 years or whatever, 3.5 years, I lost contact with my mum.
Oh, no.
And it broke her heart. It broke her heart, man.
Yeah.
And last weekend, I had a chance, opportunity to go up and see her. I wrote her a song. Me and my twin sung it to her. And she was like thinking, no, we've lost Malcolm, man. He ain't going to come back. He ain't going to come back. And my twin, bless him, was saying, Mum, he's going to come back. He's going to come back. He's going to find his way back.
Wow. And
that was a beautiful thing. And I saw the pride with my mum that boys are back and so forth. This time, man ain't slipping. Mr. Marcus, I'm ready to stay, bro. We're going to be doing this again, maybe in a year's time, and see the journey. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be happening.
It's a wonderful thing to see. I didn't know about your relapse, because I've seen you play round town over the years, in the last 5-6 years, even before COVID, doing lots of gigs. As I was saying, I saw you play a gig with a guy with the piano, or you were playing, I can't remember, smartly dressed on stage, and I remember thinking, that's Malcolm. And you came in really professional, did it and left, and that's amazing. Man, so it's great to see.
I'm happy to be back.
And you got lots of little snippets of stuff.
Loads of little things that
snippets of tunes, and you know, some of those are quite catchy.
I've got like all like different little tracks that.
So some of them are a bit rappy, almost. You got rap. What's that one you played me outside?
I've got this one. This one. The one who stitched you up. The one who stitched me up. But that was written. That was written when I was under it. When I was under the drugs and all that kind of, drinking and that.
But it's still a great lyric.
But I did write it because this girl she grasped me up.
She grasped you up.
She grasped me up.
And this is the song she gets in
return, this is the song she gets for grasping me up, bro.
Go on.
Yeah. You see, don't get me back to them thinking up these old days,
Sorry.
You get me back
to
so
old. Good.
She's a fucking liar. She's a fucking liar. Got me locked up as a drug supplier. Her crocodile tears got me 8 years. What you gonna do? Kill that snitch, bitch. She's a fucking liar. What? Fucking liar. Got me locked up as a drug supplier. Her crocodile tears got me 8. What you gonna do? Kill that snitch. Took the bitch to Vegas. Now there's bus stains in the stand. The bitch got no head. The bitch got no hand. Why? She's a fucking liar. She's a fucking liar. She's a fucking liar. She wore a wire. Gangster. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I love that, man. I love that. I love it. You can really feel the fucking
I even got used to it, but you see, music's powerful.
Whatever you want, man.
Yeah, man. But I like with this one. This is when I'll be walking about, I'll be like I'll just be like thinking up lyrics in that, and I'll be thinking I'm walking around with a guitar, so I had like this sort of energy, like it's just like 3 notes. It ain't easy being me. Lawless, flawless, walking around with my guitar, making up this kind of chorus. Jeez, I got my head up in the stars, head full of bars. My enemy's got scars, but guess what I done? I took it too far. Oh Lord, feels so amazing to be alive. You made me a gangster, so I survived. I said, oh Lord, feels so amazing. It ain't easy being me. lawless, flawless. Your wife is gorgeous. She makes me nauseous. Is she a Taurus? You know what I'm saying? So I just like make them all little things.
I love how you can throw the little ditties and stuff together. I wonder if you'd do us the honor of playing that song you wrote for your mum, just to kind of.
Oh, you know what?
Because we're coming to the end of our show.
But
would you play it?
We're gonna have to put that as a clip.
Okay.
Because I never done that on the guitar. I've done that on the piano.
Oh wow!
Sort of thing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to.
Well, maybe we'll add that. We'll add that in, or add a link to it. How's that sound?
Yeah.
And so, what do you see, Malcolm, for the future for you, music-wise?
Right.
Where do you see yourself going? Where do you want to be? You know, how long are you going to be in rehab? What's the plan?
Right. The plan is this. So I'm going to be doing a BA degree in music production.
Wow.
So I'm starting that next year, September. I'm going. It's in BIM. Mm-hmm. So because I really want to do music for like film music. You know what I'm saying? Because I like orchestral music too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So this time around, I'm just gonna, even at my fine, ripe age.
Wonderful.
You know what I mean? So I've got a lot of experience.
Yeah.
And and try to carry the message to other people that are in my position, who have got, issues with alcohol, issue with drugs, that there is an answer. A solution is there. So I'm just trying to make sure that I can carry that message. I am doing the Alpha course too.
I've heard about that.
Yeah.
That's at St. Peter's, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
what's that all about?
Yeah, so this is like relating to Christianity and so forth. And as far as I see it, praying and so these things work. So I've got a different connection, you know what I mean, with the Most High, which I call God. Other people could call it the universe, call it the sea, or whatever you want to.
Would you say you were spiritual or religious or both?
I'd say like spiritual and religious. I believe in God.
Yeah.
I believe in Jesus, and and it works for me.
So would you say for the layman, for someone who's struggling out there, maybe they've not been brought up around religion, and they hear the God word and they think,
yes.
No, what would you say to them, just out of curiousness?
I'm saying, step 2 says that they came to believe, that you will come to believe that there's a power greater than yourself that will take away that craving and so forth. Because if you get step 1, that you realize and recognize is that you're powerless. Like if you drink something, a chemical, is like a reaction happens that you got to have more.
Like, it could be sex, it can be
anything,
drink, it can be porn.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Exactly,
I'm sure you can relate to anything.
Yeah. Once that addiction, that kind of you could feel that no matter what you're thinking, I'm just gonna have one, and you really genuinely believe that to yourself. But once you do, it opens up a different mindset that you have to have more. So once you get that, once you understand that, you might be able to stop, but you're going to be what you call a dry drunk. Okay. So you're going to be suffering, even though because you'll just be wanting to drink,
but not drinking.
But you know that if you do, it's going to be tragedy.
Yeah.
So you're just like every day you're in pain, and the only thing that you can only alleviate that through prayer and meditation, through handing it over, because basically what it is, it's self-will. So how it is, like, you got to get rid of that self-will and put it in somebody else's hand, somebody that's greater than you, which is a higher power. That's what I do.
That sounds so simple, though.
It's simple.
It's not complicated. You make it sound so simple.
It's so simple.
Could do it.
Anybody could do it. And the people fight, they even say it's a simple program for complicated minds.
Wow. Because
we would like to complicate everything.
Yeah.
So, because no, it can't be simple. But as I said, when I said, what, you want me to pray? You must be crazy. So I was not like a disbeliever, but I thought it was a bit silly to go on my knees and pray to stop me from wanting to drink, stop me from craving. And it actually worked, and that's the crazy thing.
But you have to believe it when you say it, or can you just say it? Please stop.
You've got to be desperate. That's what they say. The gift
of desperation.
desperation.
I've heard that
If you're
before.
desperate, if you're on your knees, if you're drug of choice or alcohol or whatever it is that's brought you to your knees, you lost everything. When you pray, don't worry, it'll be coming from your heart. It's like if you're in a boat like the Titanic, you don't believe in God, and they throw you into the sea. You're like, oh, Jesus, help me. Don't you become Christian fast. Not because you're going to be...
Because people normally pray when they're going to lose their house, their wife's going to leave them. Dear God, help me. They don't seem to pray in times of peace. But that's a mistake.
Yes. So basically, it's like you got to... Yeah.
So would you say, just to sum it up, would you say your life now is better? You're living a better life, obviously, not just because you're not drinking or taking drugs, but are you living a better, more happy life?
100%, because it's the 12-step program helps you to navigate life.
Okay.
It helps you to navigate life, man. Like previous in my first experience, 3.5 years, I mean, I couldn't believe that it worked, first of all. It was unbelievable. Everything I touched turned to gold, man. I was shining, and when people and also like other things was happening, like because of the St. Francis prayer. I was get tested, people be dropping money by accident. And I was like, excuse me, mate, you dropped your money. At first it was a bit weird to do that. You know what I mean? Even though I know it's the right thing to do. But when you're like, when I was drinking, this and that, somebody dropped like, a big bag of money, I'm not going to be saying, yo, rude boy, you drop a big bag of money. I'm going to take that. But then through the 12 steps, and it's not, it's a way of life. You know what I mean? It's by doing the next right thing.
Do you have to be honest in the program?
Honest. It's an honest program. It doesn't work if it's not. If you you can't have old behaviours. You can't be stealing and
or
doing
robbing
things like that.
or
No.
sneaky drink here or there. That defeats.
One thing happened back when I was practicing this way of life. I bought some Prada shades from cash converters, £60. Took it back to the rehab, you know what I mean? And I tried it on again, and it was a bit too small. So I took it back the next day. And I said, listen, you know what? I'm not feeling these shades, bruv, you know what I mean? So I'm returning them. He goes, well, look, Malcolm, you know what we do here? You only get 50% back. I goes, what? £30 back? Yeah. I goes, I just got it like a couple of days. I think it was 2 days that passed by. He goes, that's how we do it.
That's how they made the money.
You know what I mean? I went, no way. I said, look, man. It was a bit of a battle. I wasn't being rude to him or nothing like that. And I said, all right, man, cool, man. Just give me that £30 then, you know what I mean? And he went, all right. And then he took the money out, but I was in shock because he was going 10, 20, 30, but they were £20 notes. I swear to you.
Wow.
They was £20 notes, and he's going 10, 20, 30. And then he goes, would I like a receipt? And before he could even finish, be gone.
Yeah.
I go through the door. But even at that moment, I thought, nah, man, I should take it back, because at the end of the day, they might be £30 short, and then somebody get in trouble. So imagine,
wow,
this is the way.
What a turnaround! Because normally a drinker or an addict, they're £60 up, they're gone. They're gone straight to the off license.
But I just got back the money that I paid.
Yeah, which is even more.
So I phoned a friend up.
Because you could justify yourself and say,
but I didn't even want to do that. I was thinking, no, I've got to take it back.
Wow.
And I phoned a friend up, and I spoke with him. I said, listen, this is what happened. He goes, look, Malcolm, give it a few hours and see, you might get, you know what I mean? Something, your higher power will let you know.
Will guide you.
Yeah. So I went about what I was doing. I went about my business. And then as I was walking back, I felt embarrassed to walk past that shop. So I thought, let me go around. So I took a right where I would not normally take this right turn. And I took this turn. I saw a guitar leaning up against the wall with nobody around. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I've gone, I've looked at the guitar, I've looked on my phone. What's it worth? Like, what kind of guitar it is?
Oh, art.
No,
Guitar.
Guitar, yeah. And it's like £180 guitar. I'm going, well, I wonder whose guitar this is. And a guy's come out of his flats and gone, oh, you watching my guitar there? He's gone, yeah, man, I've just moved in here and there's a couple guitars there. I was just about to throw it out. There was a skip there too.
Whoa.
And he goes, do you want an electric too? I said, yeah, mate, fine. So he's giving me electric, and I've got this other guitar too. That was a beautiful electric as well. So I've got these two guitars. I'm thinking, right, I've been answered. I'm not giving that money back.
Yeah.
God said it's cool, Malcolm.
Yeah, it's cool.
You'll be doing well. I've just given. And then as I was walking with the guitars, I remembered the previous day one homeless guy was sitting down, and he goes, Malcolm, man, you're such a beautiful player. I really want to learn, man. I really want to. I love a guitar to go and learn. I go, look, man, one day you'll get a guitar, you're gonna learn. I said, you know what? I went to where he was and gave him the acoustic. I said,
wow,
here's your guitar, bruv. And he went, serious, Malcolm? I goes, that's for you, bro. That's for you.
Wow.
And everything was happening. Everything was blind. I mean, beautiful, man.
So just magical things happening all the time, like little
things.
mini miracles.
Yeah. So because my brother forgot his path through the drinking as well. Like, you know, he was quite emotional because my mom goes, don't fight. You know what I mean? Don't get back involved with your twin because you know he's on a bad path, and he will drag you down because everything was going well for me. And I said, listen. He's my twin. I'm going to find him. I don't care. You know what I mean? And one ex-girlfriend from like Devon came to visit me in Brighton. And she goes, but Malcolm, where's your twin, man? I goes, yeah, my family don't really, you know, my brothers, my other brothers and that don't really want me to find him because he's like in a bad way with the drinking and so forth. She goes, let's go find him, man. I goes, all right, let's go. We went into the car.
Is this recent?
This was no, actually, this was before I relapsed.
Okay, in the good
and
time,
he's kept clean since then, all the way through. So now my mum's going, when you was up there and Michael was down, then you brought him up, then you fell down. So anytime one of you, that's why I've got twins. So when when one's down, the other one looks after me.
So when you went to find him, sorry, I
that
interrupted
was crazy.
You. Tell me the story.
So as we was going up there, we're driving.
Where
up
was
there. He was in Hackney.
Okay.
A part of Hackney, Hoxton.
Hoxton,
and
yeah. I like
when
Hoxton.
we drove up, we was just around the corner from his place, and I said, "Babe, park up. I want to chat with you." And she goes, "What's up?" I said, "Listen, I was told that he looks different. That I might not even recognise him." And she goes, what do you mean not recognise him? You're not recognising your twin? Because that's what I was told, babe. I just don't know, innit? I mean, no. And then I saw this dude walking, a big dude, with a hoodie on, like dark, bruv, like walking like a madman.
Yeah.
I was, I said, look, babe, it could be him. And I wouldn't even know. She goes, Malcolm, stop being stupid.
Dramatic.
Anyway, yeah, I'm being dramatic now. So we've drove in, pulled up, and I'm sitting down like this, and as I'm sitting down, I'm seeing this dude walking behind, knocking on my brother, going through my brother's door. The same dude, like this, you know, the dark, like a madman thing. Yeah. And I'm going, yo, babe, look at the kind of people that my brother's hanging out with, man. Look at the kind of people he's hanging out with. I open up my door, and as the person was opening up his gate to walk in, I saw something in the movement. I went, Michael.
The way he moved, you recognised.
It was him.
Shit.
The same guy that I said that couldn't have been my brother. Wow. That was actually him. And he started crying. I started crying. He goes, I thought that you forgot about me, man. I goes, I'll never forget about you, my twin. You know what I mean? I goes, Michael, man. He goes, you bad way, bruv.
He was sick.
He was sick, like, you know, with the drink and everything else. And I had stopped. And I just came from London Bridge. I just had a nice suit made. You know what I mean?
Because you're dapper dresser, man.
I was looking sharp, and my brother was looking mad. So I said, Michael, tomorrow meet me at London Bridge, bro. And then I gave him some money, gave him all the money I had in my wallet. And I know that he was under some madness because first thing he said, don't tell my missus what you gave me. So I knew that something was up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the next day, bosh, I got my mate and I bought a keyboard, guitar, 8-track recording equipment, everything.
When you say a book, you mean a big book?
No, an 8-track.
Oh, an 8-track recorder. Yeah.
Recorder, a guitar, an electric guitar, a Yamaha keyboard. I basically gave him
everything you need.
Everything
to make music.
I gave him my studio basically.
Wow.
Just so that he could remind himself. Well, I never had no fear that I'll get it back in some different way. It was
good. Yeah. So
I gave him that, and it's like I said, phone me up every day. We're gonna talk, and I tried to tell him about what the program. I goes, Michael, I've got some information for you, man. Better than winning the lottery.
Yeah.
It's better than when I told him all about what I'm doing, and then I gave him some stuff, and he goes, "Oh, Michael, I've got a spare guitar. I'm gonna sell this one." I goes, "Michael, do not sell it. Give it away to somebody." Give it to somebody in need. Yeah. Somebody that wants to get out, give it to them, and you will get it back tenfold. That day that I went back to my flat, when I gave him all that equipment, guess what was waiting for me when I got back to my flat? Do you know Herbie Flowers?
No, I've heard the name.
Yeah, he played bass for David Bowie on Let's Dance.
Okay. You know, wow, yeah.
So his son used to play drums with me. He plays on Don't Cry for Me.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Nick Flowers had cut outside my door. When I went back to my yard, somebody goes, "Malcolm, man, somebody left something outside your bedroom door." It was a big, 24-track mixing desk,
Jesus.
Like half this side, leaning up, ready to go. You see what I'm saying?
It's
no
funny,
matter what I give away,
the more
it comes back.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. No, but I've got to tell you a story, bro.
Go on.
I'm in Pentonville prison, and they've barred guitars now because somebody strangled somebody in the prison with a guitar string. You know what I mean? One of them Colombian that watched too much Scarface. You know what I mean? It's not funny. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
so I was upset because now they've taken away all the guitars. So I'm like, yo, how am I going to go get through the sentence without a guitar?
Yeah.
That was my sanity. I went into the TV room, and in the TV room, they've got these chairs made out of cardboard for, you know what I mean? So they can't smash up. As I'm sitting down there, you know, like when a man's hungry, and sometimes you look at somebody, you know, in the cartoons, and that person looked like a piece of KFC.
Yeah.
I was in the room, and I look at the side of the chair, and part of it goes like this.
Yeah.
And I look at it, and it looked like a guitar to me. It looked like a guitar. I said, I'm getting that. So when they said, bang up time. Yeah. So I let everybody go, and then when they come out of the TV room, I picked up, trying to rip off the side. I ripped the side off, ripped that part off. Yeah. I said, because it's quite a heavy cardboard. So then I put it down my leg and the other part up here. But I can't bend my knee.
Oh,
so I'm thinking, they really think that I'm crazy in there. So I started walking like a soldier, with my legs straight. Because, Michael, what are you doing? What are you doing? I goes, I'm a soldier, Gov. I'm a soldier, Gov. He goes, just get back in your cell. So I've got back into myself. I got back. I got back in there, and then when everything was banged down, I took it out and put it on the bed. I looked at it. I said, So what I done, I got rulers. Yeah. Got a razor blade from the thing, burned it out, got the razor blade, and I cut the rulers into strips and cut into the plastic, into the cardboard, and made kind of like strings.
Yeah, basically strung it up.
Yeah, with rulers.
Wow.
And then I put frets in the same thing so I could practice and I'm going kick. Yeah. But you ain't getting no notes. Yeah. But I'm practicing kick, all my patterns. And I even made a strap, and the knobs was made out of, like Coca-Cola tops and that.
Oh, yeah.
I put them on, it was called the MX1. So I had a guitar made with cardboard and thing. And I'll be walking around when people playing pool, going, kick, they go, Malcolm, shut up. I'll be practicing all my patterns. And then I thought, it felt good. And then I drew a piano out with using 2 A4 pieces of paper with the formulas for major, minor, diminished, and augmentative. And all the scales, and then I got it laminated together, and I sellotaped it down, and I'll be practicing like all my skills and that. And then a geezer's come in. They go, look, the jail's getting overfull. We put it in another bed, and they've brought this guy in, and he's watched what I'm doing. He goes, man, I've always wanted to learn the piano. I go, I'll teach you. So I started teaching this guy piano.
Just on paper?
On the laminated paper. And I was teaching him, and the word went through the whole jail that these guys are playing the guitar made of cardboard and playing the piano, and officers would come and go, keep it down. They're cracking jokes. And then education department used to come and say, yo, we've heard about this. And they're talking to me. And as we was talking, he done something, and I goes, that is the wrong note. They goes, how do you know it's the wrong note? I've gone, well, it's the wrong pattern. I can tell it's the wrong note. So I was teaching him for like 4 months, a beautiful piece of music, yeah? Check out this. This guy's a serious drug dealer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're bringing up 23 hours each day. I go, listen, it's about time you play a piano. Let's go to church. He goes, well, I don't believe in God and all that. I goes, well, just come there. You've learned that piece of music. I've taught you.
Yeah.
It's taking you 5 months every day. Now you're going to hear what we've been practicing. Taking him to church. He's well known in the prison as a bad man.
Yeah.
He's coming. After the service is done, I've gone, now play that piece of music. He went, it is. He sat down. He went, it is. I goes, just do it exactly the way that I showed you. He went, it is. And then he started crying as he's playing. He's playing this piece of music, and he's in absolute shock of what he's doing and
how
responding.
Beautiful it is.
Yeah,
that
was the first time he ever played a piano. The first time he ever played a piano, he played a complex piece for people, and officers were going, "Why is he crying?" I goes, "Believe it or not, Gov. That's the first time he's ever played a piano." Wow. He goes, "No way!" And he became a piano teacher. He's a piano teacher now. He don't do
that
drugs.
Must make you feel amazing.
Come on. This is what I'm trying to say.
You've got a gift, Malcolm.
This is what I'm trying to say.
You're a gifted man. You're a gifted man.
So,
and I appreciate you coming in and talking to us, sharing your story as well. And your youth and you say you're an old man. You're full of youth and enthusiasm. You know, don't forget you've got a lot of missed years.
Yeah.
That you know, you're still going to
live
on this
now. Thing.
It's now tacked on the end. So
you're
going to probably outlive us all now.
I hope. Well, you know, don't worry. If you go first, I'll play When the Sun Goes Down.
Oh, love it. Yeah. Love that. Thanks, Malcolm. I'm going to come around there and give you a little hug.
Come on, my brother.
Little bro hug.
Come on, man. The bro thing, man.
Hugs, not drugs.
Yeah. I've got my arm.
Put it down. Yes.
Yeah. Bosh.
There you are, man. I appreciate that.
No worries,
appreciate that, man.
Come on,
you
man.
really inspired me with your story and your tunes.
No problem, man.
Thank you to the team as well.
Chris. Come on, Chris. Come and say hi, man.
He doesn't normally go on the camera.
No, Chris is going to come on the camera with me, man. Chris, I love Chris Studio. I'm a studio man too. Yeah, man.
Nick's behind the camera there.
Yeah. Come on, Nick. You might as well come around,
Come and say hello. This is a different podcast.
This is a team,
This is a different... This is gratitude, mate.
This is gratitude, man, all the way.
Nick, our video editor, extraordinaire.
This
nice to meet you all.
Doing it, man. Nice one,
mate.
Man.
Nice one. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, man. Yes, long as